Why did you get into the teaching in the first place? Why teaching?
Sure. Well, I felt that I was always a teacher regardless, but as I'm a teacher, I'm also a learner. So there's a duality. I've never been strictly in a teaching mode, and I learned just as much from my students. But I had always been mentoring and coaching others, including subordinates or even as a business advisor to executives. So teaching really was not a jump to a new field. It was more of a natural progression, perhaps formalizing what I had already been doing. And of course, it's just very rewarding to be able to pass something on and also to learn equally from the students. I don't have any hubris about what I do. And I tell my students that your obligation is to be skeptical of everything that I teach you. And you should push back. Because if you push back, I will do one of two things. I will either be forced to refine my argument and be a better teacher, or I might perhaps change my mind and say that you offered me a new perspective. I never looked at it that way before. I think I'm inclined to agree with you. So I tell my students that the teacher does not have the answer. I have simply a point of view. And the way for me to continually refine my point of view is to make sure that the students receive it with healthy skepticism until all of us together as a group refine the argument until we carve everything and we have that perfect pearl of wisdom. And that only happens by constantly refining the argument, the same way a sculptor would continually chisel out a stone until I have that perfect, beautiful sculpture.
Can you tell us what are the different types of courses you teach? What's your expertise?
Sure. I teach business strategy and ethics, financial management, human resources, global human resources. I also teach a capstone course where we use a sophisticated software. It's a complex algorithm where students run a $100 million company competing against other students and other teams where they're actually running their own business. So that would be the capstone course where they're taking everything that they've learned in the previous courses right before they graduate. I've also taught merger and acquisition, organizational behavior, advanced staffing, and recruitment. So I teach many of the core courses in the program.